Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless. Shannon Sharp, good morning.
How y'all doing?
Monday morning.
You're actually publicly admitting that you drank before the show?
Last night.
All night? You're hungover for the show?
I say,
Really?
This one came from a homeboy in Lurchie. They call him Lurchie because he's 6'10".
Okay.
This one's all the way from Japan.
Wow.
If you can see on the back of it, it's written in Japanese.
I see
He
that.
said, I want you to
I'm
say,
impressed.
he said, save this one for a special occasion. I was like, special occasion, special occasion. It's a special occasion. Now, I told you, Skip, I've been telling you since August. I said, Skip, I want you to have that same energy the last Monday in September. That energy, when you turn it to the camera and you bang the table, I said, I want
ahead,
that
do it for
energy.
the Saints.
No, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
Please.
I'll do it. How about that?
Yeah,
Wasn't good enough.
I want you to think, who that?
Oh, okay.
Who that?
So now you're on their bandwagon. Yeah. You know, I am extremely happy for you today because this is the rare Cowboy Monday.
What'd I do?
When you can overgloat and prematurely celebrate. And I'm happy for you because next Monday, it's going to be back to normal, back to business as usual, and I'm going to feel sorrier and sorrier for you
guess
as
what?
the season wears on.
Guess what happened, Skip Bayless? 2 cases of due to the winner over here.
Yep.
How happy are you right now about that?
Let's get to the question because I have a lot to say about those 2 cases
I have
of
a
due.
feeling you have plenty to say, and we have so much to discuss. How concerned should the Patriots be about Brady's performance? We're celebrating about
The
that
best
too.
quarterback
and
in
we're
NFL.
critics too quick to discount Baker and the Browns. We'll go there, but first we are going to get going with the.
They've got a good front. I mean, that's a good defense we're playing, and give them a lot of credit. They came in, they had a great game plan, and they executed it. I mean, I'm sure they look at these stats, and they're going to be proud of what they did, but simply, we just didn't execute. We've got a great team. There's no confidence lost with this loss. I can promise you that.
All right, Shannon, who is most to blame for the Cowboys' loss?
The guy that was just at the podium.
Really?
Yeah, he got to own this one, Skip.
Interesting.
He got to wear this hat.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not your turn just yet. I don't know why you wanted to be your turn already. If your defense gives up 12 points and, you know, that nobody had, he's the best QBR, has the highest completion percentage. He had not had an incompletion in the third quarter.
No.
He had been missed the second half.
Still hasn't had an incomplete.
Wait, what'd they get him last night?
Got him a touchdown.
It's not your turn to talk. Yes, I'm talking now.
Well, you said in past tense, and he still hasn't had an incomplete in the third quarter.
He had an opportunity, Skip Bayless, 3 chances in the fourth quarter, down 2 points. All he needs is a field goal. He doesn't need a touchdown. No run, no win. You see what happens, Skip Bayless? Dak Prescott has the highest completion percentage. He's almost perfect when it goes play action to throwing the ball. Great completion percentage and touchdown. But guess what happens when you can't run the football? All of a sudden, them linebackers like, hey, that front four gonna handle that run. Let me get back to my drop. Let me get into this hook. Let me worry about these over routes. And they took all that away. What happened to your boy Mark Cooper last night? Anyway, Skip Bayless.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not
you
your turn.
asked me a question.
No,
I think he just gave up the floor.
No.
Not yet.
The guy that was completing 80% of his passes, there were 2 3rd and 2s. DJ, can you drop that track for me? Skip, you know I don't normally call for video. I don't like cop. I don't like to do this,
I'm
Skip.
about to call for a whole lot of
you
video.
call for whatever you want to. Hey, DJ, drop this track right quick for me. On 3rd and 2. Look at this right here. 3rd and 2. What kind of 3rd and 2? 3rd and 2.
You know what? Can I respond to that? That was one of his best throws of the night. He led him upfield so he could turn and run for 10 more yards. And Randall Cobb got 2 hands on the ball. Shannon Sharp gets 2 hands on the ball. He catches it. That was exactly where he aimed it.
No, Skip.
He threw it to him to turn upfield.
Skip.
I tweeted it immediately. He has to turn and run. And he was looking to run with it and flat out took his eyes off. I'm happy you showed that video. That was one of his smartest throws of the night.
If he turns and runs, Marcus Latimer is going to...
Nope.
It's cover 2. He would get decapitated.
Sorry, you blew it again. Thank you for showing that video. Next one.
Skip.
What's the next video?
Skip.
I don't know. Did
Skip.
you say you
Skip.
had two
Skip.
third and twos?
Skip. Why would
Show
you
me
argue?
another one.
Skip, why would you argue
Show
with
me.
that?
I love it.
Go ahead, talk.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your other
No,
third
I'm
and
done.
two?
I'm done.
Seriously?
Because you're trying to argue cover with me.
No, I know coverage. I know what that throw was. He led him upfield, and Randall Cobb took his eyes off the ball because he was looking to run 5 more yards with it.
Skip, just hear me out. They put Zeke out. They walked Zeke out. They left Latimer on it. It's a zone coverage.
Okay,
They're
he's
playing
got-
cover 2. If they
Led him upfield.
Okay, go
Chris
ahead.
Collinsworth said,
Go ahead.
you know what? Randall's going to want that one back because it hit him right in the hand.
Go ahead, Skip. Go
Got to
ahead.
make that
Go
catch.
ahead. It's your cup.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
lay
go
it
ahead.
on.
You've interrupted me the whole time. You're upset the Cowboys lost. Go ahead.
No, I'm not upset.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
actually
Go ahead,
very
make your point.
happy.
Go ahead.
My turn. Thank you very much. So, somebody across from me, to start with, predicted that Teddy Bridgewater's offense would score how many points? 30 points.
They
Said
won.
Shannon Sharp. 30
So
points?
now you want to make it
They
seem like
scored 12.
How many did your offense score?
Oh, but I predicted 20-17 to Dallas because I said it would be a low-scoring game, just the way it was.
But you lost.
13-10.
You predicted a win.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you said 30 points, and my defense held them to 12, and I'm excited about my defense. I'm excited about Robert Quinn because I saw a Super Bowl defense emerging last night. I'm very happy and very proud of the way my defense performed because it's hard to contain Alvin Kamara the way they contained him.
They contained him?
It's hard to contain Michael Thomas the way they contained him.
They contained him?
Yep.
9
they
for
did.
95. He had more
Okay,
catches.
well, I'm just saying, yeah, it's hard. So now let's get to number 2. Yes, I lost 2 cases of Diet Dew, but I basically conceded both cases on Friday and on Thursday and on Wednesday because I told you Amari Cooper had an MRI on Tuesday. The results were quote unquote negative,
Okay.
but the result to me was not positive because if you have an MRI, you got something wrong with your ankle. And I know Amari Cooper, the sweetest route runner in pro football, he could not burst out of his brakes last night. He was struggling with Marshawn Lattimore. He became the hero of the game because he couldn't push off of his ankle. And I told you going in, we are going to be limited with Amari, and we didn't have Michael Gallup. And I cannot
Excuses.
wait to see New Orleans in the playoffs because we could go back down there with a healthy Amari and a healthy
Who said y'all
Michael
making the
Gallup
playoffs?
and a healthy Drew
Who said
Brees.
y'all making the playoffs?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, I love my team.
Who said y'all making the playoffs? Hold on now.
Yeah. And now let's get to the New Orleans defense last night. I told you all week, Drew Brees does not play defense. That is the same unit that a majority of the prognosticators picked to win the NFC. It was partially because of Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas on offense, but it was also 50% the defense that can start 4 players drafted in the first round across the defensive front. You ever see anything like that? They got 4, all 4 across the front drafted in the first round. This will be Dallas's toughest defensive test of the year. You wait and see. And again, they have to play at Chicago and at New England. But this will be toughest because this was, as I told you all week, a revenge game for the New Orleans defense. Because the New Orleans defense, as Cam Jordan said after the game, they were told all week, you guys got your asses kicked in Dallas last year because you got out-physicaled by the Dallas Cowboys. So New Orleans at New Orleans, with that defense lit by that crowd of Cowboy-hating fans, and trust me, I've covered many Cowboy games in New Orleans. It is the toughest place they have to play because it's neighboring state, it's bordering state, and they hate Dallas even worse than the Eagles or the Giants or the Redskins hate Dallas. So it is crazy in there. And when Amari can't get out of his brakes with any burst, what happened last night, Shannon Sharp? What was Amari called for twice? Pass interference, offensive pass interference. I will bet you in his career he's never been called for offensive pass interference because he is such a great route runner.
Marshawn
He
Lattimore had
doesn't
him by the
need it.
cuffs.
No, he can't burst. He couldn't get out. I said, I tweeted it from the start. It's obvious he's limited.
No liquor license, no Bourbon Street.
Yeah, there you go. So that leads me to my quarterback. Dak Prescott last night, would you believe, you said he was to blame for most of this. Would you believe he had the 4th best QBR in the whole league yesterday of a 77? And it was only a tick off your guy, Mahomes boy, and we're going to talk about him in a few minutes, who had kind of a shaky game at Detroit, but it was just a tick behind him. It could have been 3rd. Guess who was second? Chase Daniel was second. He barely played again. He did.
Let that sink in for a second.
Like
so that just lets you know what QB are.
Yeah,
But how about this here?
Wait, I thought it was Mike.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Dak Prescott still leads the National Football League in QBR through 4 weeks, and Shannon Sharp's trying to trash him. And he had to do it last night. I thought he was terrific last night.
Of course
he had to do it with no running game at all, which brings me to Ezekiel Elliott. You say, this team goes as Zeke goes. He went nowhere.
Exactly.
He had 1.9. No. If you're a $100 million running back, you didn't give Jerry his money's worth last night, because I covered all those dynastic teams of the 90s, and trust me, everybody went into every Emmitt Smith game saying, we're going to take Emmitt Smith away. We got to take him away. We got to make Troy throw it, because they're not a passing team. They're a running team. Could people